Welcome to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video I am finishing off row 2 with the last set. As you can see here, our string is coming out close to the end of our previous row, and we are going to add 4 letter A, which is light blue, and we have added our 4 beads, and we're going to let them drop down so that they are next to our previous row. And then we're going to find the first bead we just added of the 4. We find that first bead and we're going to go through it. And here are the 4 beads, and we've gone through the first one again. There's our string coming out. And now what we're going to do is, this is our last row we just added. Our string is coming out here, and we're going to look at our next set of beads, and as you can see, it is twisted. On mine it is twisted. And what we're going to want to do is untwist it. So you're going to want to turn it so that it's not twisted. You'll see that the strings are not crossed. So once you have it turned, then you're going to want to go through the 2 that are butted up to the previous row. So you're going to go in the first one, going towards the previous row. We go in the first one going towards the previous row, and then we go through the next one going away from the previous row. And there, as you can see, it untwists and holds it in place. So we'll want to do that again. We'll untwist the next set. As you can see, the strings are not crossed. And then again, we will go in towards the previous row with the first bead that is on the same side as our previous set, or the set we just untwisted. Get my hands to do this. Go in towards the previous row, and then we want to go away from the previous row. And there we have our first 3, and they are now being held in place. And now we'll do the same. We'll find the next set and we will untwist it. As you can see here, the strings are not crossed. And then we will go in through the first one towards the previous row. And then the next one away from the previous row. And that set is now being held in place. Now we find our next set and we untwist it so that our strings are not crossed. And then we go through the first one, going towards the previous row. And then the second one going away. now that one is held in place. We'll go to the next set and untwist it so that our strings are not crossed. And we will go through the first bead going towards our previous row and the second bead going away from the previous row. And there, that is held in place. And now it'll be the same. We will find our next set and untwist it so our strings are not crossed. But as this is our last set, we are going to go through the 2 as usual, but we're also going to go through a third one here. So we'll go through the first one going towards our previous row, then we'll come away from the previous row, and that lines up our piece, and then we'll go through this third one, which is the corner bead. Our string is coming down towards where we will add our next set, or our next row. And there is the beginning of our sun. I hope to see you in the next video.